Mostly what I'd like to talk about now, though, is a few of you have been asking about as far as tipping myself and Francesco. I'm not going to talk about me because I do enough talking, and I'm not so concerned about this. It's more important that I talk about Francesco. Now, as far as Francesco goes, it's like anything. As far as sometimes people ask, why don't Trafalgar include the tip? I believe last week preferred they did that. Okay, but there's a couple of issues why they don't. One, it's a tax issue. We're self-employed, and Francesco works for a different company. He doesn't work for Trafalgar. He works for the coach company, and so therefore there's a problem with that. The other thing is Trafalgar, which I agree with as well. They say, well, if they work for it, then they'll receive it, and if they don't, then they don't. And that's the whole idea of what the gratuity or the tip's all about. Now, as far as I'm concerned, as far as we get, and Francesco of course gets taxed on it these days, but I'm a firm believer if you don't do the job, then you should be taxed on something you don't do. But you think, of course, Francesco has been a lousy driver, then you give a lousy tip. Okay, that's what I do when I go to a restaurant. Okay, if I get lousy service, I leave a lousy tip to let them know that the service was lousy. Now, it's outlined in your itineraries and that there per day. Now, how you do it, it's not a group activity at all, as there to be no pressure put on from each other onto each other. It's an individual thing. What you do, you can get an envelope, they'll be in your room. Okay, they have a paper. That's a good place for a taxi to stop in the middle of the road on the outside lane. But you can get them from reception or from they generally are in your room with the folder and with the paraphernalia to do with the hotel. You write his name on it. He'll write a little letter. He can read English. Okay, he may not speak a lot of it, but the reason is because he thinks you'll speak English much better than him. He gets a bit embarrassed about speaking English in front of a lot of people, but he'll write a note and you give it to him personally. Okay, so that's how it's done. He's going to be with us just tonight to take us in, and also tomorrow, and he should be doing the transfer in the morning to the airport for a couple of you that are going airport, and that will be more than likely. He may be staying in France, we don't know yet, but he may only be going with us as far as Calais. Okay, but as I say, now I know what a good driver is and what a bad one is, and Francesco has worked very hard. It's not an easy job. For 12 days he's going to have done over 5,000 kilometres. Okay, and it's, as I say, it's not easy, and he's never anything I've asked him to do that's a bit extra, putting luggage. You know, some drivers don't even allow hand luggage to be put underneath because they know they're not covered by insurance. Okay, anything that's asked of Francesco, he's been more than willing to do. So, but as I say, it's you do it individually, and it's not, as I say, to be put pressure on each other or anybody else. It's done from each one individually. But as I said, the other thing is, we're just about at the hotel now. The hotel, where this is area of Port d'Orleans, pretty busy area. Okay, this is the periphery we've just got off. Okay, now the main train station is literally just behind us, a metro station, which is called the same as the hotel, not Mercure, but Port d'Orleans. Now, I'm just trying to remember. I can't tell you too much about. Oh, that's right. Well, there must be someone important, is there? Oh no, they're just going for an afternoon tea. French police, fantastic. Now they've confused everything. People don't even know whether to go at the red or green lights here now. They weren't doing anything. Normally diplomats they do that for, not themselves. But anyway, so because we use so many hotels, but the Mercures are pretty much all the same. The rooms will be standard sort of size, particularly in Paris, but normally reasonably good. Okay, the Mercure hotels, they're a chain hotel, part of the Accor group, and so you'll have cafes and that all around here as well, because this is a suburb in its own right, Montrouge. And but also the metro, which goes straight down through the middle of town. Now, normally all the hotels, they have maps, really good maps, in fact. So sometimes I try and grab a pile of them, but sometimes you would think that I was asking for, you know, gold bars. They don't want to give them too many out, so just go to reception and ask for a map of Paris. I'll grab some if I see them around anyway. Now, for today and for tomorrow, for tonight, we're going to I will be here for a little bit. One thing I can guarantee, without even quite remembering this hotel, I know I would have stayed here for sure, without even of having stayed here before, or even with not recalling, I know one thing: porterage is normally lousy. Okay, and all the I don't think I've been to a hotel in Paris on our Kosovo, the Kosovo hotels, or on our first class ones, where the porterage is good. They always do. They generally, a lot of the time, they get somebody in, or it's done by the maintenance man. One thing here in Paris, they're driving. You think you escaped the crazy driving in Italy? Well, I reckon it's worse here. Okay, because at least in Italy, you know they're going to do something crazy every time. Okay. Here, they're that inconsistent. You don't know whether they're going to do it every time, and they're inconsistent, and they go really fast in the city. Okay, so be careful of the pedestrian crossings. They're very quick, and if it's been raining, they don't. Obviously, the Parisians were never very good at math or physics. I don't think it takes longer to stop in the rain. Yes, I remember this hotel. Yeah, it's actually fine, but rooms are quite nice actually. I know it's a busy hotel because they have a lot of groups, but they all are in Paris. It's just here on the left. Okay, I'll just go and get the room numbers or whatever. It's sort of tricky around here with these buses, cars parked in the way. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
He was talking about the hotel, and then